Aquarius, I'm seeing that there is a standing of yourself in the mirror and you're questioning your mind about certain things which don't seem to make logically sense because you've just realized something more than you should have, and perhaps you've overheard something happen in the background. This could be on a deeper level. You are in a contemplative space. Let's find out how this is happening for you. Welcome to the Arcana Veil. Okay, one card flying off the table. Heal. You're being urged to heal, to take in the time. What was it that you needed to heal? Lily and arrival. Something's not coming, or it is. It is the point of reference into, I'm feeling my heart pain. So there's definitely something that's happening. You've gone through something. And it's just kind of hit you now to decide where you're going to focus your intentions on. Is it going to be on the self, or is it going to be like you're still going to be waiting for someone to come to arrive or something to happen? There's an expectation that doesn't seem to have been met. Seems to be feeling quite personal. It also feels to me like you're very much someone who is doing a lot of healing work anyway, and that you've just brought out of that nature the lily, the promise, the growth of your soul. This would be a soul, symbol of the soul, that it grows through the material mire, that you're able to stand through all of that. Let's have a look for you on the tarot, shall we? Okay, we have the Nine of Wands here under heal. We have the Ace of Cups under the lily. I'm seeing someone's dog that has passed away. My condolences. Two of Swords. Something that's not happening and it makes you feel a little conflicted. We have the Knight of Swords here. We have the Moon. Okay, there's definitely a focus on needing to heal that pain that's in the heart of something that never came through for you, that perhaps wasn't something that you had encountered to happen, but in the nature of the reality, your soul, your essence, that which is here, much the flower, like the dove, the Ace of Cups is coming through to bring the essence of healing through, because you know, you are aware of how to heal yourself, because it's very strongly emphasized here. So this could be for someone that is going through a breakup. If this is not a breakup, then this is definitely a change up or an adjustment of something that the Nine of Wands may have been. It's like you've just heard something and you never expected to hear that from someone that you thought you could trust. There's disappointment. There's for sure a disappointment that I'm picking up on. But aside from that, if you didn't experience any disappointment, then you're definitely clearing out things of the past, of the old nature, of perhaps doubting yourself to have begun something specific. Because I'm seeing here the Knight of Swords here right next to the Two of Swords, suggesting that you're definitely putting out a lot of truer to the truth, to the essence of what it is that you seek to bring out there, and you're being shown as having to do it in a very quiet sort of way so that it doesn't impact too many people all at once. So you are aware, the Swords, that you are able to put that information out there without causing too much damage. So you are very concerned for how it's coming across to others. Let's have a look for you in the underworld. Like I said, the underworld's like the caves, like the underworld, the underground, where you're mining all these beautiful gemstones and gifts and things out so that it can come to the upper world or the heavens. Because we're looking into this reading as above, so below, and we cover both parts within the consciousness. Seeing the Nine of Wands here. There is the Seven of Pentacles over this card, definitely showing that you're going through a process of bringing in new investments, new ideas from the past. Could be a business that you've actually gone through. Either way, it's a relationship. There's the Eight of Pentacles over the Ace of Cups. In truer essence, that is how you are making your income. You can see that you're doing it with the most sincere state of your nature. We have the Knight of Wands here over the Two of Swords. Communication with someone. If that person didn't arrive and then they suddenly try to call you again, there's something like that coming through as well, which I can see. But I can see that you're deciding to protect yourself. Two of Swords. Why else does she have two swords over her heart? And she is basically protecting herself from that which could cause some injury. You can also see this may have been someone that said, cross my heart and hope to die, and they broke their promise. But aside from that, if this was not a breakup or not a relationship or none of these natures, then this is a very specific reading for someone specific in the Aquarius energy. And you're being shown to protect your heart from things that are maybe perhaps a little too fantastical to believe. There's definitely a lot of things that seem to be too good to be true that you are protecting yourself from, which is good because you have the ability, Knight of Wands, to discern what is right and what is wrong or what is not. We have the Knight of Swords here, Knight of Wands here, so you have the fire and the air operating in the same nature of your destiny, of your path that you're taking. We have the Tower here under the Knight of Swords, so you're definitely cutting down things that don't serve you anymore. You're cutting people out of your life. It's not a bad thing. If they have always just been there and they've made no promises or they've broken their promises to you. Let's see the Moon. We have the Three of Wands here. Very much indicative of a place in which the Three of Wands is sitting, just like the person sitting in healing space, where you're actually needing that private space to look after yourself so that you are not as impacted by everything around you. So you may even go on some sort of retreat around the full moon, perhaps coming up. That might actually be something that would help you. But to remember that you need to use the fire within you so that you can actually burn away that which does not work anymore. I'm saying cutting cords, that might help. There's the Judgment here. Definitely use that judgment of yours that is, she's got a web of power in the air, which means her consciousness is highly aware of small things that might actually move that web. And that means you're in that space of liminalness where you can actually sense things in their etheric space. Can we see here, as going forward now, we have the Page of Wands over the Ace of Cups, fire and water here, stepping towards very proudly in your own nature of your soul. You're forgiven, you moved on, you've cut that person out of your life path, you're definitely changing direction, you're actually changing the angle in which you're moving. So instead of moving in that way, you're now moving that way, and that way feels more truer to your alignment of what you are. Let's have the last card, the final outcome. We have the Moon again here, placed as well. So you are definitely protecting yourself. Don't worry, I won't divulge your secrets here, but you are shown to be protected here in your nature. You know who you are, and you are most likely here because you're observing to try and see if you can actually clear up the things that have been stuck in your path for a while. You have 2 moons here, which means perhaps you are also given a heads up to not overdo the deeper part of the nature of the moon, because too much moon can actually also make you drown in a lot of water, because your nature is air. And so even though air can use to energize water, air can also be mixed into water so that air can lose its essence. So in a sense, it's important to be mindful that you keep the healing going with the objective of your soul's purpose, your soul path, and that whatever has been happening on the outside is really none of your concern anymore. You know, moon, right underneath it, that it was an illusion to begin with. Perhaps you expected that maybe, gosh, this is weird. It's quite strange. Maybe you thought that the aliens were coming and they're not coming. Okay, that's for someone and not for everyone. That's weird. Anyway, I will leave this with you, and good luck on your journey of healing. And thank you so much for asking that question. It was a privilege to read for you. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much.